Okay, we're in ST Math, solving one-step equations. We are going to go on to the second set of activities, variable stacks. Okay, you can have variable stacks here, and you have 3. You want a total of 6, so you want to know the difference between this distance and this distance. So from here to here, what amount would be the value of z? So z will give you the distance you need to get to 6. Okay, so z could be any one of these values down here. Well, in this case, we know it's 3, so you'll see that you stack the 3 up on top of the 3 and you get the distance. Now, in this case, they're telling you you have a total of 15. You have 8. There's an unknown value x. So you need to get something, you need to stack 8 on top of an unknown value. So in this case, the difference between here and here would be the difference between 15 and 8, which is 7. So you'll see the value of x is 7, and it goes up. Okay, so we want to know the value of z. If we have 5 and we want a total of 6, well, in this case, the value of z will be 1. So if we add 1 to it, it moves on up. Okay? And so that's how you would complete these puzzles. Again, you have the value of 8. We want a total of 10. So the value of x, or the unknown distance, would be 10 minus 8. So x is this x. Add 2 to 8, and you get a value of 10. All right? So that's how you would solve that set of puzzles. Okay? Let's take a look at that same layer and go on to the stacking of variables number 2. Okay? Alright, now we can see that we have 4z and GG is at 0, and we have a total of 20. So we have 4 times some unknown number. So 4 times 0 is 0, 4 times 1 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3 is 12, 4 times 4 is 16, 4 times 5 is 20. So therefore, if we multiply 4 times 5, we get the value of 20. Okay? In this case, we have 6 times some unknown value. Okay? And so we have 6 times some amount will give us 30. And in this case, so the value of x will be 5, because we know that 6 times 5 equals 30. Okay? So again, we have a coefficient of 7. 7 times x equals 28. 7 times 4 equals 28. So 7 sets of 4 takes us up to 28. All right? And that's how you would solve this puzzle here. Remember, you have 9 times a variable, or 9 times y. So 9 times y equals 72. In this case, it would be 8. So 9 sets of 8 would be 72. All right? So that's the second layer. Okay? So now let's take a look at the third layer, or third activity in that set. Okay? Okay, now in this case, it's the same thing. You have a unknown distance here. You have a total, and you have 9. You have 9, which will take us up to here. We want to know what value will take us the rest of the way. This is not multiplication. It is addition, so we have z, an unknown value, which will complete the total of 17. So in this case, we know that it is 8, and so we can stack those up, and GG makes it to the top. Okay, over here we have a total of 8. We have a value of 6, an unknown value y, which would be 2, because 8 minus 6 is 2, and that adds up to 8. Okay, now they've taken us back to multiplication. 2 times some value equals 12. So the value of z must be 6. So 2 times 6 equals 12. And we have 2 times some unknown value, x, 2 times x equals 16. Well, in this case, 2 times 8 equals 16. And that's how you solve that layer of ST Math, okay? So let's go on back. And let's take a look at layer 4. Okay? In this case, they give you 9, and you have 1. You have 2 times x. Okay? A little bit more complicated. So what you have to do is say, okay, I need to know this unknown value, but it's 2 times some number to get this unknown value. Well, 9 take away 1 is 8. So this has to equal 8. So 2 times x, which in this case would be 4. So 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 gives you that value of 9. All right, same thing here. Okay, we have a total value of 14. We have 8 as a known value, and then we have the coefficient of 2x, okay? And so we have 2 times an unknown value will give us this distance. So we have to do 14, take away 8, and that gives us 6. So we would know that the value x has to have 3 because 3 times 2 is 6. So 2 times 3 is 6. 6 plus 8 is 14. Okay? So again, you want to find your difference here and then solve for the value of x. So we have 8, take away 4 is 4. So 2 times the value of x, make it 2. 2 times 2 is 4. And add that together and you get 8. All right, so again, the difference between 8 and 10 is 2, so this is the value of 2. 2 times x, 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 1 is 2, and there you go. All right, so that's how you solve that layer. Okay, let's take a look at layer 5. Whoops, we'll do those preferences later. Okay, here we go. In this case, we have an unknown value. We have 8, a known value of 2. So what is the difference here? And x is going to be x plus x. So in this case, 8 take away 2 is 6. And x must have a value of 3 because 3 plus 3 is 6. And notice how it goes up on top. There you go. Okay? Again, we have 11, take away 3 is 8. So we have x has to have a value that will be multiplied by 2 or be added twice. So we have 4. So 4 plus 3 plus 4 equals 11. All right? We have 10 minus 8 equals 2. So this distance is 2. The value of x would have to equal 2. It's doubled because there's 2 values of x needed, and that would be 1. So we have 1 plus 8 is 9. Value of x 1. 9 plus 1 is 10. Okay? And so that's how you would solve this layer of ST Math, stacking variables. All right? Hopefully this video helped you out.